Hi, Claire. Thank you very much for taking the time to be with us today.
It's my pleasure.
As you know, we're opening up enrollment into the association again soon, and we'd like to talk to PhDs such as yourself who have transitioned successfully into industry. So, again, thank you, and maybe you can just start by introducing yourself and the company and position that you're with now.
Of course. My name is Clare Chang. The company I work for at the moment is DMA Biopharmaceuticals. We're a medium-sized company in clinical research as a CRO.
Fantastic. And congratulations getting into the clinical job. We have a lot of PhDs who are interested in that,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not sure how to get into it. So I want to retrace your steps. So before you transition, before you joined the association, if we could start at the beginning, what were some of the challenges you had in your job search as a PhD, whether mental, mindset challenges or technical challenges like resumes and such?
I think the biggest challenge I had, and like with a lot of other PhDs, was that you would have this resume that you would send to hundreds of companies, and then you just get no reply. Or you get these automated replies, and then you start googling online and seeing like what you're doing wrong, and then so you have to tailor your resume, and you still do that. So for every application, you spend hours tailoring your resume, but at the same time, it didn't do any difference. So that was like the biggest challenge for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of PhDs face that because we don't know what else there is in terms of a job search. So when you joined the association, you saw behind the curtain, you saw everything that was involved in a job search. What were some of the early kind of aha moments that you had?
Well, actually, just before I joined the association, I remember wanting to learn more about the association, so I signed up for the free webinars. And then I remember the videos where you were introducing the ATS system. And then I was just like, oh, okay, that's how they're getting them on. And that's why, like, you never get any replies because you're like amongst the hundreds, and then I mean, it's understandable why they use them as well, but then how to tackle them. So after joining the association, then you learn, how to go beyond that system and how to actually generate organic networks so that you can overcome, all these ATS tracking type systems. And you also learn what the HRs are actually looking for in your application. And so you see from their perspective instead of from your own perspective. Because I think a lot of PhDs, they tend to think, okay, I have done all these things, so they list everything, and then they tell the HR or, the hiring manager, everything that they've done, but not everything is relevant.
Yes. Yes.
So relevance is learning how to put things in context and make it relevant for the audience is very key.
Yeah. Yeah. Great advice in terms of not relying just on your resume getting through the software, but building up those organic networks. So speaking of those networks, the association has a private community where you can ask for help, and there's thousands of members in it. If you're talking to somebody who hasn't been in the community before, how would you describe it? How did it help you? How responsive was it? What did it mean to you?
So usually I'm also someone who doesn't really participate in like these kind of networks and associations, especially before coming to Cheeky Sciences. I was usually the one that would read, and read other people's experiences instead of actually participate in comments. But the association is a very, very safe place. And I say it's safe because a lot of online associations, you get like trolls here and there. You don't get that in the association, so I think that's really great. And it makes you feel safe that you can share great things, but you can also share your vulnerabilities, and you're having a bad day, and you can share that, and that's great because you're also helping other people become more vulnerable and accessible.
Mm.
So that's one thing. Another thing is that I think that's really powerful with the Geek Scientists on Facebook is that there's no stone left unturned. So there's literally, I don't think I've ever seen a single post where there's no comments. Every single post actually has a comment. It may take a while, several hours, people work and we're on different time zones, but everything gets addressed. So I think that's really great.
Thank you. And my last question is, as PhDs, we tend to evaluate things carefully. Did you have any reservations before joining? And if so, how are they alleviated after you joined?
Yes, before joining, I saw Cheeky Sciences because a friend of mine on Facebook would like some of the Cheeky Sciences links, and that's how they actually came on my radar, but I never really followed them. And then when I really started, looking in, and I think back then it was like 2016, 2015, the way the advertising went about was kind of like a online pyramid scam. So I was kind of really apprehensive at that point. I wasn't sure that, it was going to be worth the money, and I don't know if it's just, people just advertising, and like once you pay and they get the money, you don't really get anything out of it. When I Googled online, I also saw that people were commenting about how, well, there were people that said, like, it's a big scam and it doesn't work. But my job search was just, I've been sending out applications for 6 months, and I was getting no reply, and I was getting really desperate. So I just thought, desperate time, just take a leap of faith. And I did. And I'm so glad I did. Because everything that you get, there's so much you gain from the association, but you have to do that yourself. No one is going to spoon feed you. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of expect from the association, is that, okay, here is the guide, you do all of this and you're guaranteed a job. But really what you get from it is how much you put into it. So no one is going to sit here and spoon feed you. No one is going to, even if you join the association, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, you're a new member, I know you need a job. Here, take all these links, and like, I have all these referrals. It doesn't happen like that. You have to work for it. It's kind of like getting a protocol. And then you have to learn how to get through all of that, and then you tweak things here and there, and you go about troubleshooting, and that's what the association is. And then you have people and a network and family of mentors who are helping you tweak that and helping you troubleshoot and get through all of that. So, yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Claire. Really, really excited to see you in this career, and we look forward to watching your continued success. Thank you.
Thank you.